Good morning and welcome to our Elevate Renatus team call. Today is Wealth Wednesday. I'm excited to be here with you today. My name is Keely Austin. I'm your host. Our quote of the day today is, "There is strength in numbers, but organizing those numbers is one of the great challenges." I thought that went well with our generally speaking today. We've got our dates for leadership retreat. Every year, Bob Snyder picks a beautiful place somewhere on the planet, and we get to go there and spend several days up to a week if we want, and just rub shoulders with other leaders in the nation. Such an amazing time. I love Leaders Retreat. Really excited to see you all in Cabo. In order to qualify for Leaders Retreat, you do need to be 1-star, 3-star, or 5-star qualified. So do whatever you need to do to make that happen. We're going to be there August 20th through the 24th of this year. Renatus Founders Live is our opportunity on a weekly basis to connect with Bob Snyder. Not only Bob Snyder, but also with the entire nation. So that's our national weekly webinar where we get to learn about who is out there making big things happen in their business. And not only that, we get to hear about any important announcements and a story of the week and a training of the week. That is every Monday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time through the Facebook page, Renatus Founders Live. We've got our national study groups every Monday night at 7 p.m. Right now, we are making our way through the essentials courses. If you haven't downloaded the Renatus Helios app, make sure you do so. There's a lot of great features there. You get notified when a guest is checked into an event. You get notified when you have a commission paid. And then there is also a brand new money mastery exercise or video uploaded to the app every single day. And what's really cool about that is you get to share that with a guest. You can send this app or have a guest or a friend download the app themselves, and they can gain access and watch those really powerful money mastery exercises. So make sure you take advantage of the app, give it 5 stars. Every week, we've got daily and weekly support with Team Elevate. On Thursdays at 6 p.m., we have our private capital masterclass. And Daine Clark is the one who facilitates that. Daine has had a lot of success with building private capital, so all AIT students are welcome. We ask that, of course, you watch your private capital classes, bring questions, bring wins, and start to have those private capital conversations for your business. Every day from 9 a.m. to 10 o'clock, we've got our dream call, the Daily Real Estate Action Mastermind. So on this call here, our marketing call, we talk all about marketing, we talk about business, we talk about mindset and personal development, but the dream call, we talk all things real estate investing. So if you're hesitant on your first deal, or perhaps you're in a deal and you've got some questions or maybe facing some struggles, or you've got wins to share, all of the above, we ask that you come to the dream call and share your input and share what you're experiencing and see what value you can provide or what you can gain from other people's value. So lots happening on the dream call. It's been really valuable for me. And then, as I already mentioned, our marketing call is right now, it's from 8 to 9, Monday through Friday, where we talk all things marketing. We do ask that you are a part of the OES and Elevate OES. So that could be Richard Stock, that could be Richie Galarse-Pancoast from Hawaii, that could be Ryan Black or Michael Huggins. So as long as you're on an OES, then you can attend the Private Capital Masterclass and the Dream Call. To sign up for the OES, you visit this website on the screen, www.oesoes.com. There's also a short video on that website that talks more about what the OES is and how that helps the team. If you're looking to introduce any of your guests to our Profits Education, a great way to do that is to get them in front of Scott Rowe. He does an intro presentation every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You can find that in the Helios calendar. Of course, make sure that you get registered for that. You can just type in profits in the search on the calendar, and you will see that pop up on Tuesdays. Every Wednesday, we have our virtual house tour. If you're in Salt Lake or in the Salt Lake area, you can attend those live in person. And of course, anywhere across the nation, we have it available for us through the virtual world. And this is at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Please register in Helios, and then you will access the event through teamelevateusa.com. Of course, make sure that you're building for these events every single week. These are really powerful exposures for your guests. Your guests get to see what is currently happening in today's market. And then every Thursday, we have our corporate onboarding session at 4 o'clock. And then Everything else on the list you see here is at 7 p.m. So you do get to pick and choose what it is that you'd like to attend based on where you're at with your business and based on your goals. So we have another house tour on Thursdays offered in Spanish. The one on Wednesdays is in English. And then we have our Pillars of Wealth intro presentation, our Velocity Banking study group, as well as our couple of real estate study groups, multifamily and short-term rental. And I just realized I didn't change the time yet. The Velocity Banking right now is at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you wanted to, you could attend any of the 7 o'clocks, and then right after that, go to the Velocity Banking study group. We do record these morning calls. You can catch these recordings on our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is Renatus Team Elevate. That's a great place for you to ask questions, network with other investors, other marketers, and then you can also share your wins. There's a lot of important announcements on that page. Plus, of course, you can catch these recordings or these replays there. So very valuable page. Make sure you're a part of that team page. And then our YouTube channel has years worth of these recordings on there, a lot of value. So whether you're new or you've been around for a while, check out our YouTube channel and watch some of these replays. These morning calls are incredibly valuable. I'm so grateful for each and every one of our trainers that spends time to share with us what's working for them in their businesses, as well as help move everyone along with their businesses. So lots of value in the YouTube channel. Make sure you are a part of that as well. So today is Wealth Wednesday. We get to learn from Daine Clark. First, before we bring out Daine, let's go ahead and shift over to our money mastery exercise. We'll watch that short video together, and then at the end, we'll do a 2-minute call to action where we would love it if you shared your thoughts on the call to action in the chat.
This guy won the lottery by solving someone else's problem.
Thank you, everyone who contributed in the chat. We love to hear what your thoughts are on those thought-provoking questions there from the money mastery exercise. So thanks again for sharing in the chat. We love it. Today is Wealth Wednesday. We get to learn from Daine Clark. Daine Clark is an amazing individual who has created a lot of success in this business. So make sure you listen up and take notes from Daine. Daine actually used to be quite a shy guy. And I love the story about how he met his wife, Paige. She actually had to be the one to say, hey, are you ever going to ask me out? Because like I said, Daine was a shy guy at the time. And it's just amazing to see how much he has grown in the last few years that he's been with Renatus. He used to be working for Apple. He had 2 jobs, actually. He was working for Apple. He was actually in the back, kind of, like I said, shy and counting cell phones in the back, not on the floor talking to customers. And then also he was a roofer on the weekends. He ended up being a roofer because that's what his dad did. And he had heard about real estate investing and, kind of thought about it for a while, and eventually ended up coming to an event because he knew that he needed to make some changes as far as his income. And so he saw Renatus, he saw the opportunity, and he decided to get started. And so what he did was he listened to his mentors, he watched his classes, and he started to take action and implement what he was learning. His first deal was a duplex where he lived in one side and rented out the other. And he leveraged Velocity Banking to get into that deal. And if we fast forward to today, now Daine has raised over $23 million from various investors to go towards his transactions. And his secret to that is consistency and frequency. Not only is Daine absolutely killing it on the real estate side, he is also a key leader marketer in this business. He is on the PIT team, the President's Advisory Council in training. And we, again, have a lot to learn from Daine, so make sure to take notes. I'm excited for what Daine has to share with us today. Good morning, Daine. How are you?
Good morning, everybody. Happy Wealth Wednesday. Excited to be here. And I love these little thought-provoking things in the morning. Man, the stories. In fact, just because I had to look. And one person, like this, I had actually never looked at this before, so thank you, Keely, for bringing this up. But one person, I reached out to that person and just said, hey, real estate investing, what do you think about it? And he, and you guys have heard this story of this gentleman. The first time I ever raised money, the first time I ever did a deal with somebody else's money was this gentleman. And he's like, oh my gosh, yeah, I've always wanted to, I've got money, you don't have time. one conversation has led to $4.5 million of somebody else's money. There's three people. There's, because that person gave me that referral and that person gave me that referral, $4.5 million. And those three people, I have helped them get into 123 deals between the three of them. One conversation that I just called it, and I was so newbie. I had credibility 0, no deals, no paychecks, credibility 0.0, and was just calling him up to ask him about real estate and if he thought of what he thought about it. And it was interesting because from that, and I'm watching some of these comments. From that, I learned that is the lifeblood of a real estate investor's business. From that, I got 5-star. I've helped tons of people get 5-star. I have found real estate deals. I have, like I shared, I have found money to do real estate deals just because I'm willing to reach out and just say, hey, real estate investing, what do you think? And somebody said this in the comments. I actually want to I want to grab this. I think it's Johnny. I need to talk to everyone in my network, learn what their problems are to either help them provide solutions and or introduce them to others in my network who can serve them and provide solutions. Amen. Like that is what has led to the millions. And in fact, I think we're closing like four properties this week. Just kidding, 3 millions. Just broke $24 million put to work in other people's money by the end of this week. Just because I'm willing to say, real estate investing, what do you think? What do you think, Keely? What do you think, Mary? What do you think, Jay Presley? I mean, And so today, actually, in fact, no, let's go with our standard. Everybody, thank you for the comments. Thank you for sharing. Let's see, Bobby T brought up a very good point that I think needs to be stressed. The funnels need to be filled in by prospects on the computer, not you filling in their information for them. Yeah. Invite them filling into details about them to compare as a just tracking just so it claims it didn't consent. Yeah, makes sense. And I did say your name correctly. Cool, thanks, Johnny or Johnny? Because I think I said both. One of them was right though. Cool. All right, guys, tell me how many conversations you had in the last 7 days. I want to know how many people you got to an intro. I want to know how many people you got to a house tour, how many people you did a one-on-one, a follow-up. If you're in the stage where you're just tracking your conversations, tell me how many conversations. So intro, follow-up, profits, Thursday night, you name it. Tell me how many did you have in the last 7 days? I want to see it. I want to see it. I'm gonna count my own too. As you guys know, last week we were on a week-long trip, but I still had real estate investing conversations. Let's see. I still did 1, 2, 3 one-on-ones. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 one-on-ones. And actually, we went with another family and had tons of conversations with that family about real estate. So I'm not going to count all those, but yeah, several conversations with that family about real estate, investing more particularly. But yeah, tell me how many. We've got 88 people on the line. I want to see, even if you had a goose egg, even if you had 0, notice what it does to you inside if you tell me that you didn't talk to anybody, right? And it's a positive thing, right? This is not designed to make you discouraged. Notice that if you tell me that you talked to nobody in the last 7 days, notice what that does inside. It motivates you, and it helps you be honest with yourself, because at the end of the day, like Jonah said, this is the lifeblood. If you and this is what I wanted to go into today. So this is so perfect. I don't know how Keely picks these. I don't know if they're just random, but yeah, this is perfect. Real estate investing is a conversation sport, right? Some people argue it's a contract sport. Some people argue that it's a contact sport. It's a conversation sport at the end of the day. And so love to see this. Great job, guys. Great job. Thank you for being honest. Let's give some love. A Bruce egg. Let's see. Great job. Jared had 10 conversations. Steve had 3. Steve had one to a house tour as well. Gilda had 4, Judy 3, Laura 4, Steve 12 total, Kim 5, Nicholas 5 conversations, 1 to Velocity Banking last night. Great job. Maria had 2, Janae had 5, Nina 2, Uilani 3, not for Renatus, but in the industry. Yes, they all count. To me, they all count, which we'll go into today. Al had 3. Camille had 1 to Velocity Banking, 2 conversations. Cinderelle had 12. Maurice had 3. Charles had a goose egg. Thanks for being honest. Josh, what's up, Josh? Had 4. Seth 3. What's up, Seth? Autumn, Linda, Eric, Virginia. Thank you for being honest. In fact, Linda, I still tell your story of and I just gotta tell this. And Linda, maybe you ought to correct me just in case I'm a little off on this story, but they were in the tire store, buying tires on their car. And they say the words investing in real estate and landed themselves a deal that, if I remember right, was purchased for like 150,000 and sold for 345 or somewhere in that range. Just because they said real estate investing, well, they're buying tires for their car. Linda, let me know how close I got on the details.
Well, it was a garage that was working on our car, and the kudos all goes to my husband, who is not afraid of anybody and always asks. Sometimes I'm so embarrassed that he's so forward with it, but he is the originator of so many of our deals. So yeah.
But and was it a guy or a gal?
It was a lady that was she was the manager of the store. So yeah, he just spoke to her. Yeah, he asked her, he tells this to a lot of people. He said, I asked her, would you be interested in real estate investing? And she said, no, me, but I would like to get rid of this house. So, and then he took it from there. So anyway, thanks, Daine.
Yep. I tell that story all the time because that's a good one. Oh man. All right. Luis had 3, 1 profits. Nina, even just putting 2 down is hard. Tell me what you mean by that. Berta had a goose egg. Thanks for being honest. Grace had 5. Maximiano 9. Keely, I think you were out of town, right? I'm sure you have excuses. I have not seen Keely do 0 for a while. Bruce Egg, looking to have conversations later today, though. Great job. Bobby Johnson 3. Anthony had 5 and 2. Jack had 1. Marlon had 1. Connie 1. Mike White 1. I believe that's a lead to the education department eventually. I believe that talking to others will lead them to the education department. Oh yeah, absolutely. 2 conversations, 1 to a house tour for David. Javier Goosegg. Sandra 2. Great job, guys. I don't think that was 90 people. You said it's uncomfortable to write. Oh, it was uncomfortable to write only 2. Love it. Good job. Have those conversations, because I mean, this is a conversation sport. All right. Let's have one person come out, and I want to help you. Let's have one person come out and share with us a deer in the headlights moment. Share with us what did you have a conversation that you got stuck on? They said something and you're just like, what do I say to that? Like, let's help somebody real fast. And then I do have a thought that I want to share that's in line with this perfectly. So in fact, maybe if you have a question that's in line with this perfectly to keep us on topic, that's fine. I don't discriminate if it's anything else. But yeah, somebody come off of mute and just interrupt me. And let's help you.
Can I come off, say something encouraging that happened to me?
Go ahead. And who do I have here? Let's see. I think I can.
Kim. Can
Kim.
you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kim.
Well, I've had, several negative things that have happened in the last couple of months. I was in a really bad accident and I've been on disability for about up until now, but I'm getting better. And my brother passed away unexpectedly, but I went to his funeral because I was able to get enough strength to drive to 8 hours to my hometown. And while I was there, and sad and everything that see my brother no longer with us, but people, no, actually not family members, some of our friends came up to me and said they noticed, what I'm doing on with real estate. And I was like, wow. So, I've been posting all these things on Facebook and finally, so don't stop posting. I have 2 that are very interested in real estate. And I had no clue. They just kept when we all went to, where they had the food and they just kept coming over to me and talking about what do you do and what's going on with this real estate, and I've always wanted to learn real estate and but they would never reach out to me online. And so I was like, so I got their information and and they are really serious. So they're coming to the property tour, so I'm going to see where it goes. But I just had no idea that was going to happen. And it was like, a sad situation that turned into like, wow, keep doing what you're doing. So everybody keep posting, keep talking about what you do. Cause people are noticing, and it's a marathon. Cause my family kept saying, oh, when you gonna do this and when you gonna do that? I said, it's coming. Don't worry. All of it's gonna come around, and all of y'all gonna see that real estate is real. And whether you support me or not, I'm never stopping. I have my real estate investing professionals like you all that have been, more than supportive than compared to my family. And I'm, just keep working this business. It works. And, it just, some of us takes a little longer than others, like myself, but I am so close to get to reaching my real estate investing goals. So I just wanted to share that.
Absolutely. So no question, just the awesome story.
Yeah, I don't have a question yet, but I can't think of anything. I think,
okay.
Maybe later.
No worries. and you're dang right. I have had people, I kid you not. In fact, I'm having a conversation with somebody later today, which I think I mentioned to this person last week, just briefly. And we had a conversation last week, and his words were like, all right, sounds like I need to buy Renatus. But he's like, Daine, I've been following you for years. I never like your stuff. I never comment on your stuff. But I've been following you, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, whatever it is that you're doing, I need to do that. And so I think Kim is dead right. If you feel like nobody's watching, stop it. Keep on posting. And yeah, don't be that, what does Rob Sperry call it? Don't be that spammy pammy thing, like, oh, where you have a call to action on every single post. Like, no, just post stories. Go grab somebody's, post the story of what Linda Pitchford shared today.
Hi,
I have
Daine.
a friend went to a tire store, said investing, and the lady's like, I don't want to get into investing, but you want to buy my house? Right. Sorry, who was off of mute? Go ahead.
Hi, it's Uy Lunny. I was just going to ask you, good morning to you and aloha. I was going to ask you, when I'm out talking to people, I always refer them to Renatus, even though I didn't sign up on the monthly, because for me, that's good and great to make money. But I believe it all comes full circle. So can you kind of roll through with us the type of person that we meet when we're networking or just out socializing? Those ones that they're really interested, they want to do well, but they want to base their success or their interest on what have we done and what money have we made or not made. Because I always say your success doesn't depend on me. I encourage you to supersede me in many things, because I believe, again, it comes full circle. But just kind of like give us either a role play or some
Yes.
helpful insight. You know who I'm talking about. They're all out there, right? And some of them are just naysayers, right?
Yep.
They're just looking for an edge to put Renatus down. But I always help it rise, because I believe Bob Snyder helps all of us kind of figure it out, whether it's me or you guys on the pit team. He helps us figure it out and navigate through our learning opportunities, I call them. So
Yes.
I'll mute myself. Go ahead.
No, I actually want to ask you to stay on the line with me. And are you willing to role play with me? I'll do the hard part.
Sure.
And you are welcome to make it hard for me if you like.
Okay.
Or, however, whichever way you want to go. But
I don't want to make it hard. I'm just going to go through with like some of the things that I hear people say. And then I need you to, maybe in the end, you can go through with us. When do we just kind of move on from the conversation and maybe revisit that person if there's someone we know within 30 days or 60, or usually it's when they have a travesty or tragedy, then they need money right away. And all of a sudden they're open ears, and I just feed them to different people in Renatus, unbeknownst to my Renatus family. But I want to see everybody do well, right? So.
Yes, I hear you. All right, let me move this out of the way so I can see.
Okay.
And
What is that? Let's see. Okay,
do
passive. Oh.
I don't do this while I'm talking to people and drawing them, but I want you guys to see this on my screen of what I am ultimately doing. Okay. If you came to nationals, one of the things that I remember sharing, because I came up right after Steve Larson, and I remember just like, oh my gosh, like, Steve Larson sharing all these funnel, and I was sitting there thinking about my training, because obviously I don't use funnels and online stuff like that, but I was just like, oh my gosh, this system that I'm about to show you guys, I am a funnel. I am a living, breathing funnel. And so this is what I want to share with you guys. So thank you, Uilani, for this, notice.
Thanks for being a funnel.
Here. Property with an underlying problem. And I'm not going to go into this because I want to role play as quickly as possible. And then last but not least is not interested. Okay, I only have 4 places. I only have 4 boxes that I will place people into. Okay, period. Okay, so Uilani.
Yes, sir.
How about I will let you set the stage. You set the stage of how we know each other. Is this cold call? Do we know each other? Is this are you a realtor? Are you you set the stage.
Okay. I got one. We're meeting at the golf course at the driving range like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a ton of bankers, brokers. I kind of call them what would we call them, Daine? Kind of the big fish in the financial industry, right?
Okay.
They consider themselves the powerhouses. Part of that is their positive mental attitude. Some of them consider themselves a little too much, but you know, it is what it is. Whatever it takes for them to be successful. I just like when people are nice to people, but still direct and firm. So I guess it would be starting a conversation where they come up to me and ask, right, about, do I play golf? Do I want to play golf? Blah, blah, blah. And I just kind of skip over that. And I just eventually ask, oh, so what do you do? Are we like pretending like we're doing this, or just describe it and then you'll let me know for us how to handle it or navigate? Okay. Oh, okay. This is great. So then what I find men and women alike is they suddenly become a salesman, and I feel like they're marketing to me because they do one of two things. They either go down the line of all of their accomplishments and tell me about all the neat things they have, the tangibles.
Mm-hmm.
And so I totally am respectful to that. Whereas before I would just cut right in and say, well, what do you do to help others? Because to me, you can be the greatest multi-gazillionaire, but I do want to know what you do to give back, because I want to work with the top 1% to 3%, right?
Mm-hmm.
People that don't ride the border of ethical or unethical, moral or immoral, legal or illegal. I want that top 1% to 3% to come to Renatus that can bring it to the table for us, that can enhance our lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll hear him out, because Michael Huggins told me for a long time I need to work on listening. So I do, finally. It only took like 4 or 5 years, really 48. But anyways, so then I try to find a positive response, not because I need something or there's an underlying agenda. Like, I just feel like that's part of my training and we should all do that. So I'll just kind of reiterate my understanding in a different way to them about what they do and what their interests are. And then I just sort of work in, like, what do you do to give back, like community service? Because I'm starting a 501c3 to help our families in the street that I deliver to with my own funds every night by myself. Sometimes my son comes, and also to help our veterans. So I'll just kind of ask, what do they do? I mean, are they part of the big sister, big brother program? There's a lot. They do all kinds of things. And that's kind of where I find a personal connection with them, which is really cool, because if there's something else that might be questionable or they're trying to ask on a date or whatever, it's kind of nice because it just shifts the paradigm. Now I do. So, and then
and you're
when they start talking more about, they always, I talk, and they'll start talking more about their credentials again. Like if they have a personal interest in me, or they have a professional interest to kind of bring me over to invite me to theirs. So then I'll just say, well, where did you get educated? Blah, blah, blah.
All right.
And then
I think I heard it, right? I wanted to listen to you long enough until I could see the opportunity. And I think I heard it. So I'm going to go with this just for sake of time. Okay. And you tell me how accurate it is. What's that?
I said, cool.
Cool. So one thing I did note. So for me, I've got 4 places that I will put people, 4 boxes that I will place people in. I did hear you say that you have an extra box because you've got the 501c3, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But you've got, I heard you say 5 boxes because you've got obviously my 4 and your own, this 501c3. Okay. And so, but then you're saying that, like, as people are talking, like, it's hard to steer a certain ways. Okay. So go ahead and let's just assume that we're talking, I am you, and you are an individual that's very, very, accomplished and whatever. And you're talking about all your different things. Okay. And so just give me like one example of things that people have said that when they're trying to, and it does sound like, I did hear you. I did hear without you having to say it, that some of these people are probably trying to hit on you, I'm guessing. but yeah, go ahead and give me, and I'll get into character. So go ahead and give me something.
Well, yeah, I want to learn how to flip it because I'm honestly not interested in going on a date and all that. And a lot of the brokers and real estate people, I'm not saying us or our group, but they do that. They will go do whatever it takes to get a sale or this or that. I don't want to do that. I want to learn to flip it where it's a win-win.
Yep. Okay. And I'm going to do that for you right now. Okay. So start acting as though you're just like telling me all your accomplishments, and I will listen for my cue.
I don't really tell them my accomplishments. I just tell them my interests.
Pretend like you're them.
Right.
Okay, so I am you are them.
Pretend like I'm them. Like
we have Cabo.
It's so funny the stuff they tell me. Well, okay. So let's see. I'll pretend I'm them. My name is Mr. Don Juan Incredible Wonderful.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I've been golfing for 10 years.
Allie. Yeah.
Oh, I hear background.
Help us with that.
Do you hear the background?
I took care of it. Go ahead.
Okay.
She's cool. She fixed this. Go ahead. Okay, so you're golfing 10 years.
So okay. So let's see. Let me think the most recent one. Yeah. So I'm a broker, and you see that car out there? Yeah, that's my Ferrari. Isn't it nice?
It is.
Oh yeah.
How long have you had it?
Take a ride? Oh, I just got it. Just cashed it out.
Nice. Good for you. How long have you been a broker?
Oh gosh, longer than I'd like to admit. You sure are a nice looking, lovely young man though.
Yeah. So as a broker, I have to ask, because if you've been a broker, you got a Ferrari out there. Do you invest in real estate?
Oh, I invest in a lot of different things, sweetheart.
Okay. But do you invest in real estate?
Yeah, I actually do. I have quite a few things here and in some other states. And what do you do?
So I also invest. In fact, I got started 5 years ago, and have wanted to do some of this stuff. And Uilani, let me actually break character.
Okay,
do you
cool.
have a bunch of accomplishments in real estate, or should I play newbie?
Let's do both. I'm sorry, I was like cracking up.
No, you're fine. I don't get hit on probably near as much as you do.
I don't want to get hit on. I just
no worries.
play golf.
But notice what I'm doing though, right?
Yes.
I wait for the first opportunity, and I don't miss it.
Okay.
Right. So the moment you said broker, you can see I'm writing this down. Golf, Ferrari. Yep. Okay. And I should probably put Ferrari down here actually. Ferrari is recreation, because I got 3 things that I'll ask people, or 3 acronyms, right? And it is FOR, F-O-R, from family, occupation, recreation. And the first time I see an opportunity, I steer, right? And it usually comes with, just like I did, let me put this in yellow. It usually comes with
it.
OMG, right? So I started chasing down the broker. How long have you done that? I love that question, right? Why did you get into that? What have you done? And then, oh my gosh, do you invest in real estate? Okay, so now you're telling me about your real estate investing. Go ahead. Tell me about your real estate investing stuff. That's what I'm interested in.
Oh, well, there's so much. It's going to take a while. Maybe we should go up to the club, or, are there any restaurants you like to go to? I'd love to take you.
We'll tell you what, I'm actually dating somebody, but, and so no worries. Literally, I know women. In fact, any woman that's on here, tell me that if you're not married, or before you were married, did you wear a ring just because you didn't want people to hit on you?
Right? I used to do that, but then I found that it gives them, some of them are kind of twisted narcissists, where it gives them more of a challenge, and then they don't leave you alone. So, and I feel like I'm lying, because I took a vow of celibacy and of chastity. So I'm not dating or doing that. And I don't want to lie, but at the same time, I want to keep them away, but just focus on business.
Yeah. And honestly, if the ring doesn't stop, um,
Nothing stops.
anyways, so yeah, I'm just reading some of these comments. This is funny. All right, we gotta get back to the back to the ranch here. Okay. So notice what I'm doing though, where I just say, oh, I'm interested in real estate investing. Okay, I'm gonna play newbie. Okay, I've been interested in real estate investing for years, and I've wanted to get into it. I'm just getting started though. But I've noticed, you said that you invest in real estate. I've noticed that there's two type of people. Okay, and I'm going to draw this because I've just
Okay.
put you in at least two boxes. I'm not sure which one yet, but I know you're going to be in those two boxes. So I'm going to take the conversation that way, right? Our story from Linda, when she brought up real estate investing, it took the conversation that way, right? Property with an underlying problem. Sometimes the conversation will go that way. Okay. Sometimes the conversation might go towards your 501c3. Okay. But based on what you just said, I'm going to take the conversation and I'm going to try and identify, okay, are you passive or are you active? Okay. So here I go. All right, Ulani. Oh, that's so cool that you invest in real estate for so long. That's what I want to do. I'm just getting started, actually. I haven't done any deals yet, but I've been watching super successful people that have done lots and lots of different types of deals. And I've noticed something. I've noticed that most people that invest in real estate, they either, one, they choose to be more passive, where they've just got grundles of money and they throw money at real estate deals. They want to twiddle their thumbs and basically act like a bank and just make their money work for them. But on the flip side, I see people that are super involved. They want to get their hands wet. They want to, whether they have money or don't have money, it doesn't matter, because they're out there to create the opportunity. And they want to manage projects. They want to go analyze deals. They want to deal with homeowners and realtors and title agents and attorneys, and they want to be actively involved. So Ilani, yourself, like what type of investor do you like to be? Do you like to be more passive, where you've got tons of money, sit back, twiddle your thumbs? Or do you like to go in the trenches and make offers to homeowners and stuff like that, right?
You are awesome, because neurologically, I was on the same line, like almost parallel with you. I just couldn't get the words out right away, because usually I'll just say, well, I want to learn to them. I want to learn. I would love to learn what you can teach me when you have time. And then I'll say, oh, does your wife or girlfriend do real estate? That would be awesome to have them join us, or your partner. That's what I kind of go with. And then it just shifts things, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Don't act like you're looking for a mentor. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
You have mentors.
I do.
And so you are looking for people that want to be passive, active, have an underlying problem on a property, or if they're not interested, nice to meet you, next, right?
Awesome. Thank you, Daine.
And so let's chase this down though. Okay. So
Okay.
Answer me that, because now I've identified you're in one of these two, passive or active. Answer the question, passive or active.
I actually do a little of both. I was more active back in the day. I did a lot of deals and flips, but now I'm at a point in life where I guess if I think about it, wow, good question, Daine. So if I thought about it, definitely more passive. I basically just invest in people. If I see a good deal and somebody brings me something, if I don't want to fund it, then I have a plethora or a panel that I pass them on to. That's pretty much how I work now.
So let me ask you this: what type of a return, if somebody were to present a deal to you and said, hey, I got this really good deal, and it meets your, and if it met, what would basically meet your criteria, or what kind of a return would turn your head to say, yeah, I like that deal?
Well, what do you got? I like to look at everything case by case. And if I'm not interested, I know people that are.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have stuff all the time that, I'm always looking at deals, because I myself am active. I'm out there in the trenches. I'm talking to people. I'm bringing stuff. And so, just like you, I want to know, like, when should I call you? When shouldn't I call you? So what kind of a return would turn your head?
I'll pretend
that you'd be like, yeah, I like that.
I'll pretend that I'm one guy out here that has a powerhouse place. Well, our deals start at 100 million, but if you have anything, say 10 million to where we're at, I got some people you can talk to.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So you don't do anything in, again, I'm just going to act like this is me now. So I love doing the single family stuff, kind of like the Warren Buffett thing where he went after a lot of single family things. That's my bread and butter. I mean, I've done up to 4 units. Oh yeah, it's time for the dream call. But
no, this was helpful. Thank you. It's awesome.
Yes. Anyway, what I'm getting at is just identify and go with it. Are they passive? Are they active? Do they have a property with an underlying problem? Are they not interested? Right. And so what I'm getting at really quick before we go, what I'm getting at is if you don't meet my criteria in single family, and if you just kept on saying like, no, I 100 million, then I'm going to be like, bam. You and I,
got it.
Nothing I can do for you because we play in different places. So.
Right. Got it. You're awesome.
Cool. All right, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your patience.